Welcome back to the channel. I am Todd at Blue Trail Range, and today we are going to discuss magazines. Here in the Northeast, you know, we are limited to pretty much 10 round capacity. So there's a plethora of magazines that are available on the market, and I'm going to cover a few that we have here in stock. First, we have ASC. They're a local company here in New Britain, and they make the metal mags. Now, of course, these are small, and you already know how I feel about the small magazines. They do serve a purpose. I keep them in my car loaded for an emergency. Other than that, I don't like them. They're small. They are hard to manipulate once they're up inside the mag well. And one of my biggest pet peeves is the follower is not anti-tilt, which means you can rock it like this back and forth. So the last round on this for me always seems to get stuck, or the bolt carrier group will lock to the rear even though the round is sitting there. It never gets chambered. Always have a problem. So we shot it. Here, take a look. Alright, so now normally we're down at the private range, but currently the Coast Guard's down there doing their shooting, so I had to come all the way down to the far end of our covered line. That's why it's so dark, and you can see the board is up for no blue sky, so on and so forth. Alright, so let's go through these mags one at a time. Alright, first up is a standard 10 round magazine by ASC. And you already know how I feel about these little mags, and we'll discuss why right off the bat. One, they don't have anti-tilt on the followers, so sometimes that last round just doesn't work. Two, if I am trying to do a good zero prone, not at the bench and not without a bipod or one of our little supports that we have, there is really no way to get a good support on this, just because, as you can see, there's nothing underneath. Right? So let's just take a look and see how it works. Alright, so let me just add a little caveat. I am only using 5 rounds per magazine, just because, yeah, we are in an ammo shortage and I'm not trying to burn through whatever ammo I have. This way I can provide more videos for you. And trust me, using all the mags that we have, eating up a lot of ammo. Alright, let's try it. Alright, so right there, as you can see, dead trigger. Bolt carrier is locked open, and there was 1 round still in there. So this magazine, and it fails to eject. The magazine is a bust. One of the reasons I don't like it. Last round is right here. It didn't get cycled in. Again, they do have their purpose. Okay, the next mag is, of course, another ASC mag. It's small, like the first one we looked at. This one, though, has an angled bottom, and the follower on this one is anti-tilt. This works better, but again, it is small. This one does fall on its own out of the mag well when I hit the mag release button, unlike the first one, which tends to just kind of sit there and get stuck. Push comes to shove, yes, I'll use this. I'd rather not, because, again, I put this in a pouch on a plate carrier or on my gun belt, and it's gone. It falls into the pouch, and I can't dig it out. So let's take a look at shooting this one. So next up is, again, an ASC mag. It's a 10 rounder, but this one you can see is angled on the bottom. It doesn't sit as flush as that one. Let's see how this one reacts. Again, 5 rounds. So that one performed pretty well. Shot all 5 rounds versus the black one, which didn't. With ASC, every time they came to do their trials down here, dealing with their small magazines, I always told them, I said, you guys really should make a 10 by 30 magazine. It's capped at 10, but it's the size of a 30 rounder. Yes, I know it's kind of a waste of material just because it is capped. But with my mentality, I needed something that I could manipulate coming out of my gun belt or my plate carrier, and that's what I tried to explain to them. Never seen one. And then out of the blue, one day a package showed up, and it had a 10 by 30 ASC Mag. So, what do you think I did? That's right. I bought 2 of them. They have anti-tilt, which is good. You can see how it is crimped right there. Focus on this and not me. Right here's the crimp. I don't think it's focusing. And of course, to ensure that you don't pull the base plate off and then try and straighten all this out, they install a fairly large rivet right on the bottom. See if I can get it to focus. Right there. Big rivet. Right there on the base of it. So, you gotta deal with that. Wish they did something a little smaller, but it's there. Not bad. I have 2. I don't like the black. I'm weird like that. I'm in the process of taping them up because you can't paint the part that goes into the mag well. But I think I'm going to do a little spray can action on these, make them FDE. For those that don't know, that's flat dark earth. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the footage shooting it. It's not that bad. Alright, let's take a look. So ASC has these. We'll talk about these back in the office. This is good because if I'm trying to get a good 0, I can go supported on the magazine to get a nice steady shot in. Alright, let's see how it reacts. This is my first time shooting with a 10/30 ASC Mag. Not bad. Worked just as advertised. Next up is one of my more preferred mags, if I can't get my primaries, are going to be Hex Mags. They are good. I love the texture on them, so even if your hands are wet and sweaty, there is good gripping on here. It is anti-tilt. Of course, it is a 10 round by 30. This too is got a rivet in the bottom to make sure that you can't pull it apart, and it's right there. Make sure you can't pull it apart and try and take the block out. Even if you were to do that, the spring itself is a short spring. It is not a full-size spring because inside is a large block. It is what it is. Welcome to Connecticut. You're limited to 10 rounds. Alright, let's take a look at firing this one. Alright, next up, Hex Mag. Again, it's only a 10 round mag, but it is full size. Hex Mags. The old tried and true, you can't go wrong. It is actually the magazine that comes standard with all DLDs, and of course you know that is the Magpul Mag. That is, to me, the gold standard. Yeah, if you get Magpul, you're golden. They always work, and I have beat mine, abused them, treated them like I hated them. Of course, anti-tilt, and they always work. They are robust, they're strong, and they're great quality. And again, they range in price from anywhere from like $12 in certain states to I've seen them for, like $25 here in Connecticut. Of course, they are only going to be 10 by 30 versus you buy them in Tennessee for like say $12. They are a full 30 round. The base plate, again, here has a rivet right there to prevent you from pulling the bottom base plate off and trying to fiddle with it. It will not work. You will end up destroying your magazine in the process, because not only is this riveted together, but they have done some other things to this to ensure if you try to tamper with it, you will end up destroying it in the long run. So don't mess with the 10 by 30s. Let's take a look at it in action down at the range. Magpul mags. Can't go wrong. And of course, last but not least is the, it is the physical manifestation of adapt and overcome. Yes, we are limited to 10 rounds. I do not like the short ones. I prefer full size. Entering into the market, Cross Industries, Cross Mag holds 10 here, 10 here, and yes, it is modular. It breaks apart, so it is literally 2 magazines that just lock together. This has good points and bad points. I like it. It's anti-tilt. It is robust. It is built with quality. My only drag, I discussed it down while we were using it. I do like the fact that I can fire 10 rounds, drop this out, flip it over, put it back in, and get my second 10 rounds, versus I drop one of these out, 10 rounds, and then I gotta fish out one of these for the next 10 rounds. So at least with this, it is 2 mags in one attached, which makes it a lot easier. So I'm carrying twice the amount of ammunition in one unit because they do lock together. Alright, it's not like I can fill this up with 20 and get straight 20. Sorry for the interruption. That was Amy from the Dealer Service Center wanting to discuss my extended warranty on vehicle. So I quickly hung up and back to the recording. So no, you can't get the full 20 just coming straight up. It's 10 and 10. They are $40. So you're looking at, if these ran like 25, okay, these will run about 20. I think these little ones are like 14, 12 to 14. And yes, this one is 40, but you're getting 2 magazines, so $20 for each magazine. It's not a bad deal. As you move them around, you manipulate, you break them apart, you rebuild them, all that good stuff. Sometimes the base plates wear out and break, but the nice thing is, from Cross Mags, you can order replacement base plates. So all you have to do is re-secure it. You take this piece off, and this one will hook right in. You're golden. You're fixed, and you're fine. Alright, and last but not least, the Cross Mag by Cross Industries. And I'm not going to knock them. They are good, but I'll show you my only thing that I don't like. Alright, yes, they hold 10 rounds on top, 10 rounds on bottom. So with these mags, which have regular base plates, I can do supported on there, especially if I'm trying to get a good zero. If these are the only mags that you're running, remember, the bottom is wide open. You can see the rounds that are there. So if I'm laying on loose ground where there's dirt, gravel, or what have you, and I drop this down into the dirt to get a nice, good, supported zero, or just shooting supported in general, and I'm using the magazine for support. But one, as you're shooting, the gun is obviously moving, so you're going to start digging up, getting a bunch of weird crap shoved up into the mag, which is going to foul it out. The other thing is, it is plastic, so the little ends are probably going to get rubbed right off due to friction. So if all you have are cross mags, I would not recommend doing supported like this. You're going to have to do supported much like this, or find something you can prop your front of the handguard up on, because you obviously don't want to be propping up anything on the barrel or on the muzzle, because you'll get barrel deflection. All right. Let's take a look at the cross mag. All right, it's out. Flip it. Perform just like it should. I think they're about to do a ceasefire. Yep, they're about to do a ceasefire.
Ceasefire on the entire code. Fire line for target change.
So these are the standard magazines that I see around all the time, from store to store, ours and other gun shops throughout our area. I prefer, obviously, the full-size magazines. I'll take the cross mag any day of the week. Hex Mags, always like. Mag pull, love me some mag pulls. ASC, about time. I appreciate it for making a 10 by 30. Thank you. These are all good. I am going to go piss can these here in a bit. And these will be relegated back to, well, deep dark areas that I try to forget about, because they are not exactly my first choice. If all of these were down and out, maybe. Till then, I will stick to the full-size ones that I can maneuver and manipulate with no problems. Though ASC, you might want to look for a smaller rivet, like the one Hex Mag uses. It is a rivet right there. You can see it. And of course, the ones that Magpul uses are even nicer. They are flat and all that good stuff. So, if you have any questions dealing with magazines and you live in the New England area, go ahead and throw those down in the comments below. Always love hearing from you guys. Of course, as always, in the description right below is a link for you to click on to go get one of our nice shirts that we sell that helps fund the channel and helps us get some really cool things, because buying all this stuff out of pocket does tend to get expensive, and we cannot monetize because, well, according to the YouTubes, I have harmful content on the channel, which is code for they don't like guns. One thing I did buy, I'm just trying to move things around to get to it, is in an upcoming video we are going to do a review on a 300 blackout pre-ban rifle, AR-15 style. And I figured since it's 300 blackout, we might as well use this right here, which is a big steel plate for me to shoot at instead of shooting at paper targets. At least when I shoot and I hit it, you'll hear the nice, cool ding. So if you can, before you turn me off, please hit the like button, share, and always please subscribe. Go order yourself a shirt. They are fantastic, high quality, 100% American-made, veteran-owned t-shirt company. As always, I will see you on the trail. Stay safe and afraid, my friends. Goodbye.